Really nicely done. Lovely. Still my dream home, but Mrs. Mozzie won't have any of it. And say good evening.
Good evening.
How is everybody? How are you, Tican?
Good. How are you?
All right, mate. So we're doing something a little different tonight. This is a bit of an experiment. This is a test, and it is a test. It's not me just putting test in a subject line just to fucking get viewers. It's not clickbait. And this is something that could have legs for the future, but we're just going to fuck around with it for now. First of all, am I light enough? Because now I suddenly look too dark on...
You look a bit dark, yeah.
Let me just... How's that? It's a bit better, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what we wanted to do is talk a little bit about streaming. But not like the Untold used to do, where we get someone in and just talk about their streams. We want to talk about streaming in depth, and that's why there's a bit of a... Anyone that watches Devon Nash will know his biggest tool is a notepad. That big white square is a notepad where I'm going to be tapping away. So first of all, Tican, introduce yourself. What do you do? What do you stream?
I occasionally stream IRL content, driving and other things, walking around cities.
It is occasional,
etc., and it is occasional at the minute. Yeah.
And what kind of equipment do you? I mean, what equipment did you start with? Because I think that's what. That's a good one. That is a good one.
You can't see what's just off screen. Yeah.
So what I'm going to say is what I want to start with. What does it take to start streaming? So, what did you start with? How did you get?
So my first ever stream I ever done was with this here phone.
Yep. So it's just straightforward mobile phone.
Straightforward mobile phone. Nice crack on the back on a gimbal. But I did have. I did have my trusty Raspberry Pi 4, which I finally found, with my modems connected. So I did start already with 2 modems.
So you went straight in with bonding?
Yes. Because I hated seeing all the Fs and I knew what the signal's like in the UK.
And
because obviously the mobile data in the UK is not as strong as it is elsewhere in the world.
Yep. Now you had a...
Who is this second guy? Is he British? Spanish and others. Hello, Willie.
He does. You have become a bit known for donut testing.
For driving and donut testing, yes. Donut connoisseur, some would say.
I mean, are we going to see like Tican versus donut or something? Like man versus food?
Oh, no.
You're just going to travel around the country visiting donut places.
Well, I've visited all the donuts now on stream. Although they are opening a new one soon.
Joking on side, though, that is content. People would get into that and stuff, but it's going to cost a fucking fortune, especially if you're.
Well, I do have another idea actually that I was going to do for a stream, which I'm not going to say.
I was going to say if it's anything you can share, great. If not, don't worry. So, so you got IRL, mobile phone, gimbal for gaming.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to have a gimbal, but I would suggest it if you don't have. If you don't have the iPhone 11 or 12 Pro Max with the inbuilt stabilization, I'd say you do need the gimbal.
Yeah, I mean, I tried mobile phone streaming without a gimbal, and it was shaky. Very shaky.
Yes. My ass time.
It does my eyes in when you do see people streaming without gimbals or anything. Yeah. It's fucking all over the place, and it's like, oh my God. I think Willie wants you to rate his donut, which...
No, that's not that kind of content. It's borderline TOS, I think.
And for gaming, PC. With
My PC, my first ever stream was on. And this was only a couple of years ago. It was on an i7 920 with 12 gig of RAM and a 1050 Ti.
so to play the
And even
chosen.
now, if I do desktop streams, I only use a 1050 Ti as my graphics card because it has the NVIDIA hardware encoding.
So is that fair? Gaming, you want a PC with just good enough requirements to play
Yeah.
chosen games and to stream it.
Yeah, and obviously remember if your PC is not high level, that you should be using low settings in the game
And of course,
because you don't want frame drop and stuff when you're playing. It doesn't have to look great; it just needs to look smooth.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be honest, with a lot of AAA games, if you whack them down from ultra to high, not many people can actually see any difference. And you, especially streaming.
I was having this discussion with Goof Guy earlier, actually. And I said that I always prefer to play it on low settings anyway, because I think it gives you a bit of an advantage because you don't have all that splashing on the screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives you that competitive advantage when you're poning some noobs.
So, yeah, I mean, like, for instance, someone that is streaming Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to need a higher spec PC than Free Willy, for instance, streams RuneScape.
Yeah. However, if you stream Minecraft, you need quite a heavy PC.
Yeah, I don't get Minecraft. I don't get, right, so, okay, I don't play Minecraft. I don't get it. You know, to me, it just looks like a load of square fucking blocks. Yeah, it uses the most ridiculous amount of PC resource.
Yeah.
RTX, all sorts of shit. It can utilize. I mean, I'm not saying you need RTX, but it can utilize RTX and that kind of stuff. But but it needs more memory than graphics. Fallen is saying, but again, I suppose it depends on the settings, doesn't it? Because I mean, you can play Minecraft on a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and you can play it on your phone as well. Can't?
I just don't think it's as, I don't know, probably not as, in depth or graphic.
But gaming's not my forte, really. No. It's more IRL now.
So, to anyone out there that's like, I'm watching Twitch streamers, I fancy having a go myself. What's the biggest advice you could give them?
Just do it. Just make your dreams come true. As per the words of, I can't remember the guy's name.
Just do it.
Yeah. Oh, Shia LaBeouf, wasn't LaBeouf?
There you go. Out.
Just do it. Just start off with if you're doing IRL, just don't worry about disconnection protection and stuff like that when you're starting out. Just start with a phone, one SIM card, as long as you've got enough data.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which you probably want to put under IRL, actually, just put and enough data.
And I think this is an important one. Don't stress about things you can't do anything about.
Yeah, like Signal. That used to stress me so much about Signal, but if you noticed on my latest streams, I was like, I can't do anything.
You can't sit there, and we're all guilty of this, especially on IRL, of going, how's my picture, guys? How's my sound, guys? How's my picture, guys? Has everyone got Signal? Is it breaking up, guys?
I've done my sound. Yeah.
And all you do is that when you're not actually talking about where you are and what you're doing. And I've done it. Members of my family refused point blank to go out with me if I picked up the IRL gear. So I'll fuck that.
Whereas when you first got the Bella box, you was doing it as well, right?
Yeah, of course. It's
like when I changed the microphone on my last stream, I kept asking on the first stream, how's the sound? And
exactly. Evening, Bleed Blue. Good evening, Jellybean. Good evening, Fallen. Good evening, Willie, by the way. And I think having things like Bella Box, Live View, and that, all that does, it's never going to take it away, but it's going to reduce the amount of Fs and should give you that peace of mind to worry a bit more about the stream than the Fs.
Yeah.
Good evening, UK Train Barry. Oh, good evening from Texas. He's from Texas. Well, good evening from the UK.
From Texas. Yes, good evening.
We're just chatting shit, if I'm going to be brutally honest. We're just talking about, from two small streamers because I don't want to sound insulted. I would say we were both small streamers.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
What it's like to start. I mean, how long have you been doing it now?
IRL since around this time, actually, last year. So I've only done one IRL stream, which was in Cornwall, which I just done to test everything.
So I start. It'll be my second anniversary in December, and my first ever stream was using a GoPro with the GoPro app, because everyone said to me, you can't stream with a GoPro. You can't do it. And
well, they still do it now, though, don't they?
Yeah, they still tell me now. I have literally had people come into my stream. Literally, this happened and went, "Oh, dude, fucking rad picture quality and everything. This is great. What are you using? A Sony cam? No, I'm using a GoPro. Oh, Sony GoPros are shit."
Yeah.
You just fucking told me it was a great picture until you knew what it was. But
that's another thing about the cameras, though. It's all to do with your settings.
Yes.
So mine looks different to someone else's who might not use the same setting in OBS.
Mm-hmm.
Or the audio sounds different or something.
And that's another thing. Getting all the gear doesn't instantly, A, it doesn't give you content, and B, or personality, and I'm sorry if I sound, do you need personality? If you're going to stay in front of that camera, you've got to be able to take a little bit of trolling. I'm not talking about the vicious fucking toxic shit, but I'm talking about fun. People taking the piss out of you a little bit, because believe you me, your fucking mods will do it more than anyone, right?
Oh, yeah, that's part of the mod's duty.
Yeah. As soon as you gave me that sword, that was it. I started trolling. Because it's part of the job. But but also, it's all right having that gear. You've got to fucking know how to use it.
Action quality is better than cam quality. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
Lead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Me and TicanUK, I'm not going to name names here, right? We have watched IRL streamers that show off about their live views a lot.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because if there's one thing, if you own a live view, you've got to do is keep telling every fucker you've got a live view. Right? Just like when you get Bella Box, you have to keep telling everyone you got Bella Box.
You do. Yeah.
We are just as guilty. As Slip put it up, we are just as guilty.
We are, yeah.
But I've seen someone, and they reeled off how many thousands of dollars, I'm going to say dollars, they'd spent on their stream, and they were streaming. I was one of 30-something people, which isn't bad. I stream to fucking 10, 15 sometimes. I was also watching somebody using an iPhone 12 with 300 fucking people in his channel.
Yeah. Well, this is it. It is. There is that
content.
The lovely. Yeah. It is all about content. It is. And like Bleed Blue says, talking to chat, reasonable amount of messages.
Yep.
Obviously, if you chat scrolling by so fast, you can't do that.
I mean,
I shown US fans chat yesterday, right?
Oh, it's fucking mental.
He just didn't bother. It was just like watching a TV show. He was doing IRL, but obviously he can't read that many messages.
See, I don't watch any massive streamers. Sasha Gray's on my follow list, but don't really need to be listening or chatting to her. If I'm going to be brutally honest. Sorry, guys, for anyone that's new to this channel, I'm not very filtered. But I don't really watch many big streamers. We had a big streamer that wasn't a big streamer join our chat show. And I'm going to be fucking honest about this. They came on the chat show. They had quite a small channel at the time, but it was building. And they were great. And every time you come to their channel, they'd chat. You go in there now, don't even fucking answer you. And it's like just saying hi and stuff like that. So for this reason, I've
got no idea, really. No idea at all.
She had quite a good acting career for a while. So do you watch big streams? You do watch a few of the big ones, don't you, Tican?
What, IRL wise or non-IRL?
Streamers, just streamers. Do you know?
Yeah, there's one GTA dev or GTA no pixel dev that I watch. He's a biggish streamer. That's probably the bigger one I watch. I don't watch him very often. IRL wise, not really. I used to watch Ginny a bit back in the day, but not so much anymore.
I don't watch your J Streezes and all that kind of stuff. It's not
No,
for
I
me.
don't watch
It's
Joe
just not for me.
Street.
And
It's not my kind of content.
no,
No.
it's and by the way, I'm not hating on these people. Good luck to them. They're doing a fucking good job out of all of this. I can't connect with that streamer, so I don't watch it. Just like there are people that wouldn't watch me because.
Well, then I watch Hitch. He's a 1.2, 1.3, 1.4K Andy, sometimes more, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt.
I do watch. Now I do watch the Sushi Dragon, since Recontastics put me to him, just because I'm just amazed by the effects. I don't need to be chatting. I know I've never said a word of that chat.
I've been following Sushi Dragon for so long.
I'm just fucking amazed by what the hell is going on there. That I could just sit there.
The air attack warning sounds like
Windy Raid.
this is the sound.
I'll wait for
I
the.
can't hear that sound yet.
I can. I've just taken the headphones out a second.
We saw geese.
Good evening, Brindy. Thank you for the raid and welcome, raiders. We're having a bit of a chit chat.
Oh, 715 and Monkey are good people.
Oh,
and Rational.
You
Rational Rail. Yeah.
You guys might be interested in this. We're doing something a little different. We're having a little chat, but thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. You guys should know me. I'm Red Mozzie, and below me here is Mr. TicanUK, another IRL streamer. Together, we're having a Leicester Fiesta.
Pretty well, yeah. Yeah, legit. Yeah.
We're testing out some conferencing software, and I said, fuck it, let's just do a little stream and talk about streaming. You saw geese. Yeah, I saw some of the geese. Did she get attacked by the geese in the end? And
no, she redirected them.
You've never heard of my guest before. You've never heard of TicanUK, Gunner. Oh, okay. I think you're lying. But we're talking about streaming, and we're talking about when you first start. What's important, what isn't. You know, the technology, versus the content, that kind of stuff. And as I say, my very first IRL stream was using nothing but the GoPro with Wi-Fi. Hi, Brindy. Wi-Fi.
I'd like the cut though. Yeah, nice thing.
And because everyone told me, don't do it. You can't do it. You can't stream with a GoPro. And I already had the GoPro. It wasn't like I bought it for streaming. I thought, fuck it. Let's try this. Yeah, it was scuff. I didn't have a power bank on it. So every hour I had to stop the stream.
Really?
So because I was streaming directly to Twitch straight from the app. So I literally had to stop the stream, change the fucking battery, start the stream back up. I mean, I had 2 viewers, but it was my first fucking stream ever.
But 2 viewers on your first ever stream.
Exactly. The fact I had 2 people chatting on there, I was chuffed as fuck. Absolutely chuffed as fuck. And we walked, it was me and Lucy, my daughter, and we walked around the Birmingham Christmas market, basically.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was my first stream. Now,
my first stream was literally just sitting in a pub in Cornwall with the bay in view, and that's all I did. Just chilled there, drank beer, chatted shit to my mate.
Hi Cam, how are you?
Hi Cam.
Yeah, right. So now Lee.
Oh, 100% Lee. 100%.
That was something I was definitely going to bring up here. Turn off viewer.
Yeah, you should always be streaming like there is, say, I don't know, pick a random number.
100.
Always stream like there's 50 people or 100 watching.
Stream.
Don't matter how your chat is, you should always be talking. And doing IRL, it's quite easy to do because you just talk about what you're seeing in front of you.
Yep. I don't check views. I do not.
You shouldn't be checking live.
But I do look at stats after the stream.
Oh, 100%. You should always check them after.
Because I'm also looking, when we were doing the Untitled Network, we shortened it by 1 hour because there was a pattern we noticed. We started at 9 and we were running till fuck knows what time, sometimes 2, 3 in the morning. But we were talking then to 1 or 2 people, which is fine. And I'm not saying 1 or 2 people is bad because those people chatting, but we were getting fucked. Not seeing Saturday because we were just sleeping all day. But what for? We looked at the patterns and watched about 11 p.m. Down it went. Said, right, 11 p.m. That should be our cut-off, or 12 a.m., whatever it was. Willie will know. Yeah. Willie will remember. But there was a cut-off. We were watching the pattern, so we watched it afterwards, but not whilst we're actually streaming. I do not have anywhere. I mean, well, it's on this because at the moment I'm looking at OBS, so I can see how many. But normally, like when I'm doing Rocksmith, I ain't got a fucking clue. I can't even see OBS when I'm streaming. I'm using the Stream Deck app
So
on
that's-
to control it. I haven't even got OBS on a viewable screen.
On say if you use an IRL chat or something like that, and you're in this stream elements. What word am I looking for? Oh, whatever. So you're using stream elements. That does have the view count on your activity feed. So what I do to counter that is I have my OBS control on and not my activity feed.
Yeah.
And then if I do miss something, I go back to the activity feed and see it. But then you clock your viewer number, but you just try and to keep looking at it.
So I think of it this way, and it's all right for me to say this. I've got a day job and I stream for the fun of streaming. To me, this is fun. The technology, learning about no Alps was interesting.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was like, oh wow, like you could do this, and you know, and then Bella Box, and you know, learning these technologies is as much fun for me as the actual stream.
Oh, there's an exciting development with no Alps. I hear that there's a version 2, which is a one-click install.
It's a what thing? What does it do?
A version 2 coming out, which is a one-click install.
Whoa, interesting.
715 can confirm it.
Or say, shut the fuck up. That's not public
Yeah.
yet. Yeah, you should all. Right, so, okay, how many of us, and this goes out to chat as well, you've gone flicking through Twitch thinking, oh, what shall I watch? And you got someone, okay, they might only have one person on there, or.
Well, you know
whatever.
what I mean, Rational. You know what I mean.
And they're sitting there playing, and they're not saying a word.
Oh, yeah.
And you go, next. Surely, I mean, chat.
Whilst we're on this one, also, if you're going into a stream and they have the viewer list up and then they call you out.
Oh, never, ever, ever. call out
I've
lurkers.
had that before where I've been in the stream just watching, and then because there's no one chatting, they get them mention my name,
Yeah.
and then I'm out.
Oh,
See ya.
TicanUK, how are you, man?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
problem is with this, and this is why I never, ever call lurkers out, is I do it sometimes. Sap knows this. I will say to him, night, buddy, have a good one. I haven't gone anywhere. What I've done is I've transferred to the TV and I've gone to bed. I can't fucking sit there typing with a remote. I'm now watching it like a fucking video. So if someone then goes, oh, Red Mozzie, I can't, I'm like, for fuck's sake, I can't reply. And now I look like an ignorant twat. Or a bot. And actually, I'm just sitting there fucking watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, bear in mind, guys, we are talking from small streamers here that have got some experience. We're not experts in any of this at all.
No.
And I'll tell you what.
And it's all about bouncing ideas.
Yeah,
well,
exactly,
isn't it?
precisely. I mean, Slip is a very good example of a really good IRL streamer.
I've seen that though before, where someone, Andy Lippy has made something for the Aurum board as well. So when a new viewer comes in and chats, it pops up on screen. I can't think of anything worse.
No.
Especially with the hate raids going on at the minute,
Yeah, exactly.
which we'll get onto in a bit.
And that's not calling out Slip over anybody else here that is, because we've got some great streamers in amongst all this lot. I would say, and I'm sorry, Rational, don't hate me on this. You've started off as a techie that has developed into a streamer. Okay, and I hope you accept this as a compliment. When I first saw your streams, they were very awkward, but now you are fucking in the flow of it.
The Romanian streams have been great.
Absolutely on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Slip, a fairly new streamer. You did tell me how long you've been streaming. It's not as long as the rest of us, and you've got into the swing of it straight away. You walk around, you're talking. 2 Minutes for Ruffin does exactly the same. He'll walk around and he'll talk fucking for days, regardless of whether anyone's talking in that chat or not. Now, you know, we're all lucky enough that we've got a community. Yeah. If you think Romanians are hot, you will like Rational IRL. He is a hottie. So yeah, he won't disappoint you. So give him a follow. If I've got any mods or VIPs in channel, by all means, shout out the other streamers that are in here.
Rational can shout himself out.
Can he? Oh yeah, because he's a VIP.
VIP, yeah.
Evening Northerner. But it's watching that fucking viewer count will fuck you right up.
It's got a cooldown.
Yeah, it has got. It's not a long one though. It's like freaking 10 seconds or something. It's, watching viewer counts will really depress you sometimes. Also, it depends on what you're streaming as well. Do you not think that's fair? Right, if I'm doing an IRL stream, I kind of expect the chat to be quite busy. Even if there's only 2 or 3 people in there, it'll be quite busy. If I'm doing a Rocksmith stream, I have literally convinced myself I'm streaming to 3 people, done the raid, and I've raided with 23. And I'm like, fuck me. But of course, people with Rocksmith will tune in and just have it on in the background.
Yeah, that's what I do with Rocksmith.
So, which is
I'm
fine.
trolling with the song requests.
Which is absolutely fine. You know, people come in, they just listen to the music. So I've got used to that now. It took a little bit to get used to, like, shit, I thought these Rocksmith streams weren't too bad. I've got no fucker in it. And then you realise, actually, no, everyone's just sitting there listening. Or now and again, someone will say hi, or so, you know, I get that. And I'm fine with that now. I think when you're game streaming, you kind of got to pick things you enjoy playing and just enjoy playing them.
Yeah, and I would say do not pick oversaturated games.
Yeah, if you're going to come in as a new person playing Fortnite, you're going to be so low in that viewer, you know, in that front page list, you're never going to be discovered.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, answered the question.
And discovery is quite hard, isn't it?
Very hard. It's all with Twitch. It's all about networking. You're not going to get discovered,
but
in my opinion. Some people will find you organically, but you do need networking.
So, okay, how's this thing? Don't network, make friends.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is here, don't start going into people's streams just to fucking get shout outs and to try and, oh yeah, I stream as well and get there. Make friends with that streamer and make friends with that community. Because...
So, while we're on that one, as a mod... with my mod hat on, if anyone comes into the streams I mod for and they go, oh, okay, guys, I'm just going to go off and start my stream now, which does happen.
Don't ever do that.
I either time them out for like 2 weeks or abandon. Because it's self-promotion and that's just not cricket.
I told my mods to, when people do that, the first thing, just delete the message. If it's a regular, if it's a newbie.
Oh yeah, if it's a newbie then.
If it's a regular, just delete the message, and if they question it, explain why. Because at the end of the day, we all will shout each other out till the cows come home. Yeah. I'm more than happy to support every other streamer that's in this channel that's chatting. But don't just... Because it doesn't work anyway, okay? And here's an example. I hang out in Relic stream a lot. Not for promotion. I like his stream, I like his style, and I'll come in and chat. Whenever I go in there, Relic goes, Red Mozzie, shout out for Mozzie, and I get a shout out. Do I get any followers out of it? Very little. Ironically, the mod is following me, and I'm following her now by amount of dollar, which is great. But I go into, I don't know, Tican stream, and I'm chatting to the stream, and people have known me there for days, and you do a shout out for me, I get the follows. Because I've got to know people. Don't just network, make friends with people in other communities.
Yeah, don't just go in, get your shout out, leave and go on to the next person.
Oh, fuck that. No.
I've seen people do that.
Oh, yeah, you see them. I mean, well, I've had it in my stream. A certain person that kept coming in and they ended up getting a fucking timeout because I kept ignoring it to the point where they actually, I think Rob in my chat said something about the stream, about a song, and this person went, "Oh, Rob, give me a follow." And oh, right, okay, you've crossed the line so badly now. I'm going to time you out, but you are fucking lucky you haven't just been banned. Really lucky. No, they literally asked another person in the chat, "Follow me." So I went and had a look at their channel out of interest, and all they were doing was showing other streams, like on a mobile
Yeah, I've
phone.
had someone like that
It was like
before. Yeah,
there was
yeah.
no fucking content. There was nothing to fucking watch.
Or it's the people that come in as well and go, I'm so close to affiliate, I just need X amount of follows. I know what you're doing. And so do all the mods out here who mods in other channels will know exactly what you're trying with that one. Your message will get deleted. It's not the right way to do it.
This is one of the reasons why I kind of needed to stop the Untold Network chat show for a while. We got to speak to a lot of really cool streamers. 2 Minutes for Ruffin was one of our first ever guests. You know, we got a lot of really cool streamers, and I'm sorry, but there's a few of you out there we've never got on yet because we had to stop it. Because one thing I noticed, I'm not going to name names, and it's nobody in here.
I was the last. I was the last one on the show. So
what we were doing was people were coming up to us quite rightly and saying, "Oh, my friend, they just started streaming. They want, they're trying to get, I'm trying to get affiliate and that, and we've got them on that show. They got affiliate like that. They were fucking affiliate. We never saw those fuckers in that channel, in our channel, ever again.
really?
In either mine, Jack's, DJ's, I mean, Willie wasn't streaming then, channel, or even the Untitled, ever again. And you're like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, just to go on what was it Lee said. Follow for follow. Do not go into that thing of the whole follow to follow. Yes, you'll get follows out of it, but they're never going to watch your stream, so you won't get your average viewers.
Well, I mean, if you're going to... Well, I had 23 new followers, not last stream, the stream before. Unfortunately, it started with the word hot.
You didn't need... Yeah, you didn't need to buy primes or follows, did you?
No. I just needed...
No.
I just needed to switch the live stream on and some nice person called Hoss and lots of combinations fucking... got. So, you want to talk about Hoss?
Yeah, we can do it. Let me just Streamlabs. When it comes to mobile streaming, I will say try not to use Streamlabs mobile app. The quality is terrible. Use Prism.
Yeah, Prism, definitely Prism.
Prism is a great app to start with. The quality is just so much better.
It is.
When it's pushing out to Twitch, even though it's using the same bit rate and everything, it's just much better. And then when it comes to your chat, use RT. Is it RT chat, real time chat, or IRL chat?
I use IRL chat.
I use IRL chat simply because the Mux's one doesn't have a feature that I need, and he won't add it, so I'll stick with IRL chat.
Collabs can work, definitely. But like tonight, I wanted to fuck around with this piece of software. I messaged Tick and said, what are you up to? And I said, actually, should we have a little fuck around? I can impromptu sort of test stream. So this is an organic... And me and Tick are collabing quite a bit now. But you'll notice, like we went to Truckfest, we'll walk together and then we'll walk apart a bit and talk to our own streams.
Yeah.
And, trying to look after our own streams. So although it was a collab, it wasn't...
And to show something different as well, because you don't want two streams looking at the same truck at the same time.
No, exactly. Because it doesn't actually matter which stream you're watching if you can hear both streamers seeing the same from view. One of us might as well stream, but the other one might as well just come along.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the software I'm it's not streaming software, Carl. It's a conferencing software thing. So
so we're still using OBS. It gives you more control on your participants, and it should be a better quality that you're hearing from me compared to Discord.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about it a few because we're still messing around with it at the moment. I wouldn't want to turn around and go, oh, we're using this and it's great, and everyone starts trying to use it and then going, looking ill, because we don't. We're still playing around with it. But I'm also playing around with the format. Yep, yeah, absolutely. I know you're... Cam Photography's an IRL friend of mine. I work with him and everything else, and he's a tech head who might start streaming at some point in the future. Nice. But again, it's someone I would promote because I know him. I know him IRL. I've known him for many, many years, and it's a different situation. But so
I've got a question for any streamers in chat. Do you all know about all of the hate raids that are going on and the Hoss accounts and what to do if it happens? Because if everyone knows, right?
Yeah. So anyone chatting
And,
across as well,
most importantly, have you briefed your mods on what to do when it happens?
See, I hadn't thought, even though it seems obvious, I hadn't thought about it until you told me. Actually, it was one of those. Oh yeah, it's a fucking obvious thing to do, but I hadn't thought of it, and a lot of people may not have thought of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, guys, do you know what to do if you get the receiving of a hate raid? That's not just the hotspots coming in, but it actually being activated. Yep, bleed blue is
pretty much. Yeah, you are missing one thing there, though, which you need to clear the chat, because what they do, the whole point of the hate raid is what they're doing is they're screenshotting that you've allowed that in the chat, and then they're sending, or they're clipping it and sending it off to Twitch and reporting you. But yeah, most important thing is to stay calm. So I run a bit of software called Liorum Board, which just deals with the hate raid. All of my mods can just do a quick command in chat, and it just deals with it, and that's it. Pretty much.
I don't, but I am following the simple steps. So I've briefed my mods. If we suddenly get the hate speech in, /clear, then switch the channel to emote only mode because it's a one button press.
I will just change that. You want to do emote only first?
Yeah, sorry. Do emote only mode.
Yeah.
Clear the chat. Then change it to follow only, so the person must have followed for half an hour or whatever.
See, I was looking at this the other night with these host accounts that were following, and the room went into follower only for 30 minutes, but they were still following for 30 minutes. So in the end, just change it to 2 hours. So I think 2 hours, follower only 2 hours is the play on that one.
I mean, I'm trying to get them banned as quickly as they come and follow. Now, there is another setting I've had on my channel for over a year now, and that is that you have to have a verified email address with Twitch to be able to talk in my channel, because there's no fucking
I've got that as well.
Those fuckers are setting up new email addresses to, you know what I mean? It's like having an alarm on your car. If the good ones will still steal your car, if they really determine, but you're putting more and more blocks in the way. I know it's a pain in the ass, because anyone new that comes in, if I say to friends outside of Twitch, hey, come and watch me stream, they've got to go for the rigmarole of actually setting up a Twitch account and verifying the email. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, but I have not had one of those want to become famous bots since I did that. Not one since then.
Yeah, that's another thing to add as well, is to add the block term big followers. Should be the first thing you do before you go live.
But yeah, like you say, stay calm. And also, let your mods deal with it.
Yeah.
The last thing you suddenly want is the streamer to go, oh, fucking hell, and I did it the other night. I'm as guilty there. Bear in mind, I'm not sitting there as an expert saying I've not done this shit. But I hit the live button, and I went, hoss, right? And it was like, oh, shit. I haven't got a single mod in channel. I'm sitting there going, ban, 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 thinking, I can't go live here. And I can't switch off the fucking start screen because I'm fucking dealing with this shit. I go live. My mods were busy. It happens. And that's something you have to expect. You know, you get people, they're still deleting their accounts, 2 mins, but they're fucking, it's like whack-a-mole. They're creating them as quick as they're being deleted. Yeah. And now they're changing to host as well. Host 00312 or whatever it is, and different combinations. I didn't have any mods in. People were busy. And I reached out to my community there and then and said, right, I've got people I've known in here for fucking long time I trust. Can a couple of you take the sword for tonight and help me here? Brendy, Jellybean both went, yeah, you know, and help me out. And then I could carry on streaming while they sat there deleting them off and banning them. Yeah, they're all doing it. If they come in as a follow, I just ban them, you know, or get someone to ban them. But the last thing you want then is the streamer sitting there talking about that, because you're almost giving them what they want. They're fucking up your stream.
Yeah, that's what they want. Yeah.
And you almost need to go, right, I'm going to trust my mods here, and I'm just going to crack on. Because when you see a host come up, then I saw either Brindy or Metal or Jelly going, banned, cheers. You know, thumb up. Didn't even just do any more than a thumb up. Because people aren't in your channel to sit there watching you try and combat bots. They're in there to watch a fucking stream. And if you're doing something like Rocksmith, where you're playing music, you can't keep stopping halfway through a song just to ban something. And IRLers, you're in even a worse situation. Because let's be honest, with all the will in the world, it's a lot harder to sit there moderating your own channel with your fucking chat phone than actually having someone sat at home that you trust that's a mod on a PC doing it for you. And you could just carry on with your stream.
So when it comes to ban it or leave it be, they do follow and unfollow, but if on the rare occasion that they do stay followed, and then you've put your chat into 2-hour follower mode, but they followed 2 weeks ago and the account's still not been banned, then you and the rest of they can use them in your chat then.
Yeah.
So you are better to just ban the account.
It's gone.
Is my take on it.
You watch this, right? How about this for tempting fate right now? 2 streams ago, I think I counted between myself, Brindy, Metal, Fallen, and Jelly, we deleted 23 hotspots in one stream. That was in one fucking 3-hour stream. It was fucking relentless. They were coming in 5 at a time. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, not a single one. And I had.
But it does seem to be that they're only now targeting people that are streaming. So I've not had any offline follows from them.
Yeah, but I was streaming last night and not a single one. We haven't had one tonight. Also, if we saw in the news, they think they've discovered the 2 people behind it, where they're located, and they are doing lawsuits against them.
Yeah, one in the Netherlands and one in Vienna, I think.
So that's Mr. Frilly then. He's in the Netherlands.
It's Ray Dente, really, isn't it?
Ray. Yeah. We're joking. We're obviously joking. Yeah, but have you had any in the last 24, 48 hours, Kurt?
So my last offline follow from...
715. Yeah, it was 715.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's clever. He's proven to be clever.
Yeah, he has, yeah. That's why he's done that emote earlier on, isn't it? Yeah. Wiping his brow because he knows we're onto him.
I did think it'd be really funny to change my name to Hoss something and then go into my streams like yours that I'm already a mod, and as soon as they see the name they'll try and to ban me and go, hold on, they're a fucking mod. But then I thought no, because then I'm stuck with that fucking name for how many days, and I'm just going to be fucking banned everywhere I go. Like, that joke would backfire.
No one's going to definitely watch your stream either.
No, that would backfire really fucking quickly, that joke. But since that's come out in the news, because they successfully did it before with the follow bots, didn't they?
Yes.
They was it $1.5 million or something? They successfully sued those fuckers for
something like that, but they'll never get that many, will they?
No. We don't know. It could be a fucking 12-year-old script kiddie.
Yeah. It's gonna be a script kiddie.
Can you imagine being the fucking parent? That lawsuit comes in from Amazon.
Yeah,
that'll make your ass twitch. 60 days. Yeah, I don't really want to be stuck 60 days with the last name that no fucker trusts me ever again.
No, don't forget rational_ sale will be available soon.
I've totally lost what I was going to say now. Totally lost. So, what are the upsides of streaming? You get to build a community. You get to...
For me, it's. I saw the city of Leicester in a different light to how I would see it just walking around, because you pay more attention to what's around you, if that makes sense. So I got to see parts of Leicester that I've never seen properly before, I guess, without just walking about. It's some good exercise as well for IRL. I hope everyone took those notes down.
Your own stream areas more. Now, funny you should say that. You also get that with photography, because before I ever streamed, I got into photography, only amateur photography, just my own fun of doing it. And you do start noticing things. Yeah, there you go. As Cam said, Cam does an awful lot of photography. You start to look at things differently. You almost start framing things that you start seeing and taking photos and that. And I think you're right. It's the same about streaming.
And you also go into places that you wouldn't necessarily go, like Truckfest, for example.
Yep. I'd also say it extends to games as well, because someone will come in and ask you a question about a game that you've not really thought about.
Yeah.
Oh, I see they've done so and so. Well, that's there, and you're like, oh yeah, so it is. You do notice more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You do slowly build a community.
Yeah.
Building a community of friends. And I use the word friends because I don't consider anyone that comes in my channel a follower or a fan or anything like that. They've become
a community.
Oh,
build a community.
So it is.
Yeah.
What it doesn't do is help you learn to spell. You build up a community of friends. I'm not, none of us are big-headed enough to think, oh yeah, we've got fans, we've got followers. We got friends. People come in and, yeah, you improves your interaction with others.
It does, yeah. It makes you more sociable. Sociable? No, sociable.
And at most simple level, the laughs. Absolutely.
Yep.
Joking, having a laugh, better banter. And that's where you can stream to just 2 or 3 people if you've got the right people in there that are chatting and having a laugh with you, and that'll be a successful stream still. Do we want higher numbers? Of course we do. No one sits there and says, "Good evening, DJ." No one sits there and thinks, I only want to stream to 1 or 2 people. Well, why bother? Just stream to Discord and have a chat with your mates.
Yeah.
You do want to. You want to get more numbers. Me, I would love. Yeah, I'm a long way off this. 30, 40 people regularly. Would I want more than that? That's to me when it starts to become more difficult with the chat, keeping up with chat.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, isn't it?
Hey, Redempto.
Redempto, how's it going?
Are you finished your stream then?
He finished ages ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Look at this. We got now. This will be an interesting thing because Ray, it'd be interesting if you can hang out in the stream a little bit because we're talking about starting the stream. What the pros, the cons, because your stream's built up, and if anyone isn't watching Ray Dempto, you should be, because that is one IRL stream that is going through the roof very quickly. So another trick to that, and this is something we never mentioned on the last one, is you've got to stream regularly if you want to really build up your channel.
Oh, for sure.
There's no good doing what we do, streaming once in a blue moon. You'll get your same friends in and everything, but Ray Dempto is streaming 12, 15 hours a day every day, nearly
6 days a week, I think.
6 days a week. Slip is streaming regularly. DJ, good example. DJ's channel was relatively small. Is it fair to say when we first knew you? You started streaming the job. You got the delivery job. So you're streaming Monday to Saturday every day. The channel was built and built and built and built. And it's all about consistency.
Mm-hmm.
If you're happy to stream just to the same, dozen people all the time and stuff, and that's your bag and you're just having a laugh, then that's fine. But you do need, and you see, this is why I'm not sure I could make it my main job, because I don't know if I could stay as positive as Ray does 12 to 15 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Yeah. This is
there are going to be times like, oh, Jesus, I cannot be asked for this. Yes, streaming more than other use. And time. Do you think times help?
Oh, for sure.
Because there are going to be time, because you are streaming around the world. And
you are, and then you notice it depending on when you stream. Like afternoon UK time is quite a bad time to stream, I find, because you're not hitting the US time zone so much because it's early morning.
And there are a few factors when it comes to that as well. When I first started streaming, I did a bit of IRL, but I also started streaming train sim. Yeah, I know. I'd playing train sim and that. And it was building up. And there were some days I was getting 20 people on. I was like, oh, this is fucking brilliant. People are actually fucking tuning in and watching me, and we're chatting away and having a laugh. And then I thought, right, I'm going to do a stream tonight and blah, blah, blah. And I had like 2 people in chat and they weren't really talking. I thought, what the fuck is going on? Then I realised the makers of the game were also doing a big reveal on Twitch.
Yeah.
Every fucker was in there. And I'm not being funny. I don't blame them because if I hadn't streamed, I would have been in there as well. So
Yeah.
it was like, okay, everybody is in there. And so there are a lot of. You used to lurk in the trade streams. I never knew that 715. You're a pro lurker.
And I think to a degree it's quite important if you want to build an IRL community, you only stream IRL.
Yeah, you see, this is where I've got
because
a problem.
some people only want to watch IRL.
Yeah.
And they don't want to watch the desktop. It's the same like with Goof Guy. He pulls in the viewers on his IRL streams, but it's not quite as high on his desktop because his IRL viewers don't want to watch the desktop. And then that can knock your average down, especially if you're on partner push or anything like that.
Yeah. See, this is why I've mentioned before I might move my IRL to another platform, because with all the will of the world, with my job and everything else, and I know me and Ray were talking on his stream earlier, and he said, just do it now. You know, I'm 50, I've got a kid, I've got house and things to think of. I'll be honest, I haven't got the balls to turn around now and say, I'm going to fucking throw my eggs into a streaming basket and it better work, content creator. Now, I'm going to be big-headed enough to say, I think with my personality, if Twitch had been a thing when I was in my 20s, I would have been all over that. Over this platform. Because I was already in bands on stuff like that anyway. I was a show-off twat already. You know, we're all show-offs. We wouldn't stream. We wouldn't get in front of this camera otherwise.
Yeah,
you're 35, so you're still a young chick. You're still. I get it. Could this be would I still work at this and think, well, I don't know, I never retire, but I'll do this full time as a bit of fun or something, maybe. There are options. I'm at that age now where I'm thinking of moving into contract work for IT, for instance, so I can work my balls off for 3 months and then chill for the fucking rest of the year and shit like that, that's when I could stream. Thank you, Dory. I'm a lovable twat. I'll take that.
Kurt raises a good point with IRL weather.
I want to play games. It would, stream more.
No, the one before.
So I need to stream. I'd love to do more full-time employment and social life. And that's the thing as well. We're in the UK where the weather isn't always on our side for IRL streaming.
Our summer is 2 weeks of a year.
But I also say the only addition you need then is an umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
Ray's walking around in pissing rain.
True.
Pulls his umbrella out. Carries on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already, my cat carrier backpack that has been the butt of jokes since I built it. I am building a winter edition at the moment. 80% of the year.
Bring an umbrella and shut up.
Yeah, exactly. He's right.
I've got a clear umbrella and everything, and I still don't go out.
I'm not the one.
I did in London.
I'm not the one that keeps using the weather as an excuse not to stream.
Does happen quite often, to be fair.
So I am.
But it's you know what it's like if there's outdoor events in the rain in the UK. It's just a mud bath and stuff,
Yeah, it depends where you're going, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think city stuff is all right in the rain. Going out in the countryside where the canal walk. I mean, I don't walk down there not streaming, let alone streaming, because you are wading through fucking mud, and there's no fun in that. But I don't know. You see, I am doing IRL and Rocksmith.
I'm just so scared of breaking the camera in the rain.
You wouldn't be this worried if you had a GoPro, Kappa.
I wouldn't. No. but I would because you still got the door open for the cables.
Yeah, I know, but plasticine and
problem
something like
with my
that,
camera.
or something shoved all around that would stop it. But again, an umbrella.
I need Rational to send me his pictures of how he modified the waterproof case again and see if I can do that. Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite lucky in the fact that people that are watching my Rocksmith streams are quite happy to watch the IRL streams as well. And not everybody, and I do get that. There are people that will only watch the IRL, and there's people that only watch, I've probably got because I do more Rocksmith than an IRL, I've probably built up a bigger Rocksmith community now than I have an IRL community. So actually, I'm more likely to have more viewers doing the Rocksmith than the IRL, if that makes sense. But
yeah.
But there is a difference here. I didn't start streaming with Rocksmith, and I already had a community when I moved to Rocksmith. Because to be honest with you, I'm going to be brutally honest here. I got bored shitless streaming other games, and I almost stopped streaming. And then I got the base for my birthday. I saw other people doing Rocksmith. I thought, holy shit, that's an idea. So the people that come and watch me play Rocksmith aren't people that came to Twitch to watch Rocksmith. That's why I could never be one of these Rocksmith streamers that play heavy music constantly, and it's because a lot of the people that watch me, but a lot of people that come and watch me actually like 80s pop, 70s softer stuff, and will quite happily watch that as a party, but still watch IRL.
Yeah, I'm probably the same as Kurt. I'm probably about 95% IRL that I watch on Twitch. Honestly, and same for you, same as Ray. I will if I'm streaming IRL. Apart from the one time I raided Mozzie, I will only raid IRL streamers.
And that was appreciated. And I think because at the moment I'm doing that streaming through the years, so it's music from the 70s, 80s, I still captured a lot of your raid. Because fucking hell, I haven't heard this in years. And listen to the music.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same for me, Ray. I don't really watch gamers on Twitch. I used to, but I don't.
Yeah, I watch game streamers because I like them more than I watch the game.
But unless you know them beforehand, or you kind of like the game, then it's going to be hard for you to then know what they're like.
I haven't followed any new game streamers for a long time.
No.
I watch and mod in a few game streams, and I love them to bits, and I will happily sit there. But again, it's the community, isn't it? It's the community more than the actual content at that point for you.
Yeah. But I'm fully with what Ray said there. Only raid or host IRL if you're doing IRL.
Yeah.
Because I don't like it as a viewer if I'm watching an IRL stream and they raid a gamer.
I think.
Or if you're doing a game, if we're talking about game streamers, and you raid to a different game, your community is there for that game.
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
Yeah.
And 2 minutes is the same hard watching. I get it. I absolutely get it. I will stream Truck Sim now and again as a one-off. I will never. To you, Ray.
Catch you later, Ray.
Have
a good day.
Yeah, have a good one, buddy. I will do Truck Sim now and again as a bit of a special, but I can't keep the VOD because I have music playing because it goes along with the Rocksmith stuff, and it's more about chatting, having a laugh, and fucking around. I'm more than happy to play Truck Sim with one of the people that I know that streams it, and I don't stream it. I just drive with them. I'll probably have more fun doing that, if I'm honest.
See, I used to really like doing my Truck Sim. My Truck Sim streams, and before my community used to like it, but I've not done them in so long.
My problem is, I think there are better people that do those streams than me.
Oh, there are, yeah.
So
for sure.
I
mean, you've seen the guy that has it set up so it looks like he's actually driving the truck. So his steering wheel is there.
And people like people in this chat and Nightmare, I see they are brilliant. No, but I agree with him. But I don't think Tican means me personally. I think he means us.
Yes.
Do you think you're harsh when you said, "Oh, there are"? No, but I agree. I think to myself, if I'm streaming the same Truck Sim the same time as NL Gabba, Nightmare SE, why the fuck would you watch me when they are far better at it than I am? I would watch them over me. But I think with Rocksmith, I can hold my own. And that's nothing against any other Rocksmith streamers. I think what I brought was quite
Well, yours
rare to
from
me.
I used to watch quite a lot of Rocksmith streamers, and I think yours is a different vibe to the others, if that makes sense, for sure.
I'm not a flexing. Most of those are flexing. I like the entertainment side of French Stallion,
Yeah,
for instance. He's brought
and he legit has the loudest stream on Twitch.
Oh, yeah, but it's peaking all over. Jesus.
Yeah.
If you can't flick to his channel. Have a good 2 minutes. Thank you for dropping in. You can't flick to his channel late at night when there's people in the house in bed without turning the volume down first.
Oh no,
Because you're
no
going to
way.
fucking wake 3 doors up, down up.
Yeah, I've still got this to build at some point on stream.
Thank you for the running talk.
But that's like the other thing. If this is the whole idea of doing this kind of thing, so if the weather's bad, that I would do this. But
Would you still say that's a form of IRL then? Because it's not really. You'd
Yeah.
still be just chatting, wouldn't you?
yeah, yeah, I would say it's in real life, isn't it? You're like in a game or something. So yeah, I would say the same for my cooking streams, which again I've not done in a while.
See,
But people seem to like them.
I love doing this kind of shit, and this is where the Untiled Network was born. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. If we'd have carried on with that, I might as well have killed my own channel because so much effort was put into that. I wasn't building my own one up at all, and I think almost like I'd rather just do it on my own. And I'm sorry if that sounds selfish, but we all stream for ourselves on our own channels, and your own channel comes before anything else.
For sure.
That might make me sound like a dick, but every single one of you streamers feel the same. And if you're not, there's something really wrong. Why are you streaming?
Yeah. Your channel and what you're doing.
Exactly.
Even if you're like me on your stream now, it's still a representative of my stream.
Exactly.
Of what we say what we do, you know.
Exactly. And it was a tough decision to walk away from that because it was building up, but it was stagnant. It built up and hit a peak, and it just stayed there. I don't think it ever went over 370 odd followers, which I know some people think, fucking hell, it's great. But it wasn't getting any more because I would happily go back and do the Untitled again on that channel with the same guys again, but I won't want to do it weekly anymore. Perhaps a monthly.
For special occasions, maybe you could have an Easter one, a Christmas
We'll have a few
one,
beers.
a Halloween one.
Yeah, get some other guests in, like yourselves and other streamers. Say, come on, join us, have a bit of a party, and we'll have a bit of a conflab. And
You just turn it into a party, party stream.
Exactly. Not a let's introduce this streamer, tell us about your stream, blah blah. But actually, you fucking know Tican is. He's here. We're having a beer. We're all having a laugh.
Chat shit.
Yeah. I don't think it could have survived the way it was. Well, I couldn't carry on doing it personally the way it was going, and I was getting burnt out. And I felt the other guys were getting burnouts as well. So we've done the pros of streaming. What about the cons of streaming?
Well, we just covered some of them there, isn't it? Getting burnt out, and
streaming. This is so Devon National. He's gonna he could sue me, couldn't he? I don't think anyone actually can.
Can you add a line break?
Oh yeah. You got like a page break or something in there. How does he do it?
No, you just.
Oh, I see what you mean, like that. Right, okay. So cons of streaming, burnout. Feel you are not you are not developing. Viewer counts.
Yeah, so for me recently, not the driving ones, but another stream I've done recently, my view count was really low afterwards, and it kind of put me off a little bit. But kind of try not to let it put you off. You are going to have those streams, maybe you've gone up. So say, for example, I go up there the same time as you or something like that, then you've got quite a crossover of viewers.
That was another reason for the Untitled. I need to try and build my own community up. There are people now that do come and follow you guys as well, but they started in my channel. They found me through Rocksmith. And I know that they'll come to me if I'm streaming, no matter who else is streaming. Just like you guys have exactly the same. You know,
Yeah,
if you're IRL streaming out and we're both streaming, I'm playing Rocksmith, there are people in this chat, and I'm going to name people, that would definitely be in your channel watching over mine, and there's people in this chat that would definitely be mine over you. That's good. That's
and
healthy.
Beck's here as well.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Beck, how are you doing? We're just talking about streaming in general from a small but experienced streamer point of view. For anyone that's just come on. And this viewer's like, Snarp, you've always been nothing but polite. Beck, thank you for that follow. Thank you very much for that follow. I've heard Beck's voice so many times, it's unreal, on the video on how to set up the house.
Yes.
That is my most watched fucking YouTube video. Especially because when I first did it, straight away I was helping other people, but I'd only done it once myself. So then I'm fucking watching a bit of the video. Right, okay, now do that. Now do that. Now do that. Thank you for those follows, the Growly Bear.
Mr. Growly Bear.
Mr. Growly Bear, and
he is a mod for quite a few IRL streamers. Does some streaming himself as well.
But
yeah,
I think even people that are mods for some of the big streamers that aren't necessarily streamers themselves are experts on IRL streaming still.
Well, it's like
Just by
Mr. Warcraft Andy, also known as Mr. TOS. He knows everything about TOS, but doesn't stream on Twitch himself.
No, but
sure
if you
there's a
need
story there, he streams on YouTube.
Okay.
But he knows everything there is to know about Twitch TOS. So it's people like that, right?
I've got another con to streaming. This is very much IRL streaming. You can spoil a very good day out. Go places that you intend to stream, not decide to stream somewhere you're going with your family, because when the equipment starts to fail, you are no longer looking at this beautiful park that you travelled to see and never seen before.
Yeah.
You are too busy fixated on why the fuck has my bitrate disappeared, or why what's going on with the camera? Where's the sound gone?
Yeah. And another con as well is I know some people would rather ask for forgiveness and permission, but I try and ask for permission first. Because you don't want to say, plan a stream that you're going to go to this museum or wherever.
Oh, and they turn you away at the door.
And then you go there and they go, no, sorry, no cameras.
It's embarrassing.
And then you're already live at that.
Yep. And you look a dick. You feel it.
Yeah. And then you're thinking, shit, what else am I going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Can restrict access into some places.
Oh, for sure it can, yeah. For sure. And you've also got to be ready for that interaction on your chat when someone says no.
Yep. Because they are going to take the piss out of you.
They are, and it's the way you handle it as well.
Yeah.
So if you start being a Karen or something, then that's going to look bad in you as a streamer, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think anyone necessarily does that. You might say it afterwards as you're walking away because that's content, but as long as they can't hear that.
Never, ever lie either. If you get busted in a museum, do not turn around and say, oh no, I'm not live, I'm not streaming, because that breaks TOS.
It does, yeah.
That does break TOS. And it only takes some troll that's sitting in your fucking chat to clip that and send it to Twitch, and you could potentially be fucked for it.
Yep.
Apart from anything else, it's probably illegal as well in some countries.
Yeah.
Because you're blatantly lying about. You can try and talk them into it, but yeah, I mean, the trolls that come in that try and troll you aren't as dangerous as the ones that never speak.
Oh yeah.
They're the fucking dangerous ones. They're the ones that are going to clip and ship it before you've even seen what happened. Yeah, those prank channels never helped at all. Yeah. Never fucking helped our cause. I think in America, now Brendy didn't agree with me so much about this, but I think in America, you do seem to be able to access things like restaurants and stuff and stream a lot easier than us Brits. In the UK, even though we're one of the worst countries outside of China to have fucking CCTV everywhere.
Well, yeah, I tried to go in Wagamama's in London on the South Bank, and they said no streaming. No filming, no streaming. Not even if it's on ourselves, no.
Yeah. You try and talk them into it and say, well, the camera's on me. I'm not going to be showing any of your other, but you'll get it's company policy.
Yeah.
And
a lot of it is actually, because obviously I used to work for a company that used to deal with it, is for if you're live streaming and you're filming, you might catch where their cameras are, and then someone can watch that and work out where the cameras are so they can rob the joint or do something else.
That's why the police get shitty with photographers taking pictures of buildings of certain levels.
Also, while we're on that, know your rights.
Yeah, absolutely.
So know the UK, you know the UK filming laws and stuff like that, because the coppers will try, as if Slip's still here and watches Audit in Britain, they'll try and claim that you're breaking the law or something, and that's really bad on your stream, and you're not actually breaking the law. You're doing something perfectly fine, and you just need to know what relevant section, what law.
Yeah, public property in this country, you can walk around the streets, and we've seen it. I've seen those auditing people, videos of that. There's a guy based in Manchester. Funny enough, I think we were talking about it last night, Cam, and that photography, and he kind of puts himself in the positions on purpose, knowing the security were going to come out, but if you do get questioned, don't get gobby with police and security. Stay polite and firm.
Yeah.
Say, right, I know the laws on filming. The way he does it is very clever. He don't turn around and lay the law down. He'll ask the police, so do you agree that I can legally be streaming on this public road, blah, blah? And they can't lie. They have to turn around and say, well, yeah, but we'd rather you didn't. All right, you'd rather I didn't, but legally you can't stop me.
Yeah. However, on that subject, say you're in a shopping centre, security asks you to leave, you do have to leave because it's their land. Yeah.
And there's another thing as well. I did catch the end of it. DJ he was in a park streaming yesterday, and someone started gobbing off to him. Mr. Gabber, how are you, sir? Was your ears burning? I was talking about you earlier. Positively. Someone gobbed off to him. Fucking streaming, this fucking kid's here. I think he did the right thing and just walked away from the situation. Yes, you could turn around and say, "Oi, I can legally do this. You can't fucking stop me." But you're going to end up in some kind of freaking argument.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, all right. You could say, "Right, guys, be right back. Screen a minute. Put them on their ass. Go back on live, and then go on with your day." Do you really want that shit? Yeah, and that's the thing. Everyone thinks that they're the content. The answer. I had it with. It wasn't streaming. I was photographing the Birmingham Christmas market, and I was getting a shot down of it was the tops of the stands with the lights and the different things. And this bloke walked past, beer in his hand, fucking taking pictures of me on it. I said, do you honestly think you're sexy enough for me to take pictures of it? And made a joke out of it, and he laughed it off. Good at that, but yeah,
and on that as well is you will have the people, you see it on Ray Dempto's stream all the time going up. So you're filming, they're not on the camera, but they walk up in front of the camera and go, "Why are you filming?"
Yeah.
And you've got to be ready for that as well. You're like, "Well, I wasn't. You just walked into the bloody camera."
Yeah. If you walk away from me, you're no longer content. You have instantly made yourself content by walking up. But you try and explain that to someone, but it's that thing of picking your battles wisely.
Yeah.
You should be able to read the situation of, I can win this quite easily, or you know what, I'm better off just saying, "All right, mate, I'm off." Yeah. And just because
I think the worst I've had is just a chav on a bike going, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" And I'm right off.
Oh, that was that was on your clips, isn't it?
Yeah. Fuck you doing, bro?
What fuck you doing, bro? What, while he almost runs you over in a pedestrian precinct?
Yeah.
There's only one. I've had it with. You'll also get people as well that are convinced that they know the law. I've got a Mavic Pro drone, and yes, I know I've only streamed with it once, and I should stream with it more. But I was in a field. Completely away. I know I have to be 50 meters away from anybody that's not actually with me, and etc. etc. I know the rule. I've had to do the. I've had to get a certification.
License.
I've got the license and everything else. So I'm there. got the drone up. I'm doing some tests with it. Some bloke walks right across his fucking field. I mean, he was a dot to start with, and he walks right over to tell me I can't fucking think. He does not want to be on camera. I said the fucking drone is 150 fucking foot in the air. How good do you think that camera is? It's looking. I even showed him. I went. It's looking at the fucking sunset horizon. It's looking that way. It's not looking down. And I said, and anyway, the only person that's breaking the law right now is you, because you have come over and disturbed a operator of a fucking drone.
Yes.
Which is actually breaking the fucking law.
It is, yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah,
gets right in the camera. You film it. Yeah, they do. Yeah, you see it all the time on Red Emptor's stream.
Stop fucking filming me.
I fucking wasn't, mate.
No, nobody in my fucking stream had even taken 2 fucking looks at you until you did that.
Yeah.
Now they're watching you. Now they're fucking. So you do get that shit with IRL streaming. Obviously, you don't get that with the game streams, unless you're
That'd
game
be a bit
streaming.
weird, wouldn't it?
Unless you're game streaming in the middle of a shopping centre, I guess. But yeah. I really wish I.
But also, streaming will give you things that you might not have got before. It's like I was in London with John's, and I wanted to check out an internet cafe, an Asian style internet cafe, and we walked in, and they gave us free use of the PC for 2 hours just because we were streaming. Technology
companies are always going to be on the case. They're going to see it as a potential advertising revenue, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, but it gives you that for free. We was quite happy to pay for an hour or something, but they gave us it for free. So it swings and roundabouts. We hadn't pre-booked or told them. We just walked in with the cameras.
Was that the stream where we watched the fire exit on John's stream for about an hour?
Yes, that's the one.
and we kept telling him, and he wasn't fucking reading his chat to listen.
Yeah, and then he told me finally.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say about that place, the bitrate was shocking. Yeah, exactly, Kurt. That was so cool. The bar that you was in the other week. I don't know if you caught his stream, but they've got a bar with like the Dalek and some other bits in the DJ booth, and they allowed Kurt to sit in the DJ booth on stream because it was a better backdrop.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
And stuff like that. You wouldn't be able to do that normally, would you? If you just walk in, can I just sit behind this DJ booth with all this expensive equipment while I'm a bit tipsy with a beer?
Thing is, though, DJ.
So yeah, it can give you more experiences that you wouldn't have otherwise.
You and it's funny, DJ there, he said that, and he's a good example there as well. Don't IRL stream if you've got quite the personality that's confrontational.
Oh yeah,
because again, whether you're morally right, legally right, it's not going to go for it's not going to make your life easy. DJ seems to have a very good personality of calming people. Nah, mate, I'm just, and then, okay. It's, and of course, your equipment also depends on your equipment, gives you how well people will notice you.
Yes,
now, you guys
you take,
you like your Sony cameras, which are lovely white cameras on your shoulders, or worse still, a fucking phone on a gimbal. People see that shit. Say what you like about the GoPro, it's stealthy as fuck. I have literally...
Well, you see it all the time. Like, a good example is Linny and Ray again, because Linny often streams with Ray Dempto.
Yeah.
She's got a GoPro, which is hidden, clipped on a jacket.
Yep.
He's got his phone out. He gets all the all the attention from people. And no one notices her camera.
If I had that Sony camera, I would look at some way of covering it. Definitely. I would.
Does that help though, Kurt? And I know Slip has put camo tape on hers.
Camo the fuck out of it. You can't see it then.
But the thing I've always thought is if you're covering it in tape, then if something goes wrong with the camera, you got to fucking sit there peeling it all off.
Also, how does it help with its heat? You put a blanket around it.
Yeah.
But
no, it's still a huge thing on your shoulder, exactly. So you might as well leave it white at that point.
A good example was, and I never said anything because they never questioned me. Me and Carlo, when we streamed together and we met up with Dapper Dragon, we went into, sorry, that was a name drop, wasn't it? We went into a Preta or something, and I had the GoPro here. I've switched it off so there's no fucking lights on the front or anything. And I walked straight past, walked in, got served, sat down. Carlo's behind me. No, you can't have that phone. No, that's not filming, is it? The fucking GoPro was that stealth. They didn't even see it. And I thought, well, I'm not going to stop because no one's told me not to. So, and I was on a B-Rock back screen when they told him he couldn't film. So my chat didn't hear them saying you can't. So I just fucking stayed quiet. And they never fucking said a word. They never said a fucking word. But you do get noticed, and that's the other thing as well, isn't it? Of streaming, it's not people necessarily watching you in chat. You've got to get used to. You've got to talk to yourself effectively.
Yeah,
and people looking around, giving you weird looks, like because you do get that as well. Not the confrontational, but I've had it, haven't I? On the canal, a couple of women, I let them go past with their dog because I had Rocky. And they said, by the way, I'm being nosy. What's on your shoulder? Oh, I'm live streaming, and oh, okay. And then you just walk away.
Yeah, I had it before when I was with Hippie, one of my mods, and we were doing geocaching out in Groovy Way, and we had a few people come up and go, "Oh, what are you doing then?" And that was just like, "Oh, it's just like YouTube but live."
Yeah, that's the one I always use because everyone's heard of YouTube.
Yeah. But the other thing you've got to think as well, people staring at you like you're crazy, they can also be staring at you because of your equipment and thinking, is it easy to rob? So just always keep that eye out as well.
Yeah, you could be a potential target.
This is a bonus of the setups that we have is that it's cabled in, so they can't just run off with a cable with a camera because it's still attached with a cable. So you've got a good chance of getting it back. But if you've
got a phone on a gimbal, you are the biggest fucking target.
Yep.
You've seen those fucking videos of people on mopeds fucking flying along, whipping them out of people's hands. They've not only got your fucking grand's worth of phone, they've also got your 150 quid's worth of gimbal as well.
And your stream. It's happened to streamers before though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So they've had their phone robbed while they've been streaming.
I've seen that one. Where was it? Was it South Africa or something? There was that famous one where someone they were fucking robbed at gunpoint, weren't they? Or knife or something. Like, give me your phone.
Was it Jake and Bake or Jay Streezy? One of them had their chat phone robbed out of the hand in Vietnam.
Yeah.
That'd be Jay Streezy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Jay.
So you are a target.
Yeah. For sure.
Target for thieves.
Especially with a white camera on your shoulder.
I'm not trying to put anyone off of streaming. I'm saying you should go in with your eyes open, though.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Ensure
also, another con is the further you get into streaming, the more it starts costing you.
Yes.
So, like for example, for me, I've got the server and everything else. I mean, you don't need that, but at some point you'll want to start traveling around, and you can't then use your home PC. So you will then need a server. 2 pros and 9 cons. The cost, yeah.
No. But saying that, the cost doesn't have to go up. We still.
There's more pros. Obviously, you start learning tech, which you might not have learned before. What are the pros? Get some puller mates.
Learning the tech. Having fun.
Having fun, yeah. And
really, that's
the
fucking number one there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Start with the phone, but we're on about later on as you develop in the stream.
Now, there are cheaper ways of doing it. I think the people that have gone the Bella Box way are doing it more of a budget way.
Mm-hmm.
But bear in mind, we're also this is IRLing as well. Game streaming.
Yeah, I haven't got any of this.
Well, the cost you've got is if you want to buy games or additions or DLC for streaming. And
that's the other thing about IRL streaming is that every stream costs you money.
Yeah.
In some way or another.
Yeah.
Whether you're buying a drink because you're not at your house.
If you think I'm going to get into streaming to make a living and to be rich and famous, there's easier ways. Thank you for that.
Want to become rich? Want to become famous? Go on to this website.
There are easier ways of making money.
I mean, if you guys have got any pros,
by all means,
you think we may have missed.
So you guys know I am going to put
you can't do this forever, exactly. Yeah, you can't be walking for 20 or 30 kilometers and miles a day when you're when you start your joints start aching and shit like that. Another pro is for IRL at least is getting exercise. That was the main reason I started, because I was sitting at my PC all day when I wasn't working.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, get some exercise and start getting my daily steps up. So that's another thing as well, is that you keep on active.
Okay. So
Because walking 10, 15, 20 miles a day is not easy. With a backpack on that's like your power bank is 1 kilo, you know. Unless you have an e-bike, that's cheating.
So there is a pro and a con from what you said there, Cam. You get to travel to places you may not have gone to, but it ain't free. Sorry.
Like I said,
don't know what you mean.
exercise.
You should not be the
Exercise
goal,
onto.
but it can be done. Is that you mean getting famous?
Imagine Awkward's Travel doing that in 20 years. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Although
Travel
define-
costs on the money and the body. Yeah.
I did that long London stream before COVID, just before COVID, with Carlo, and I think the entire day was about 15 hours, of which 9 of it was walking across London. I was fucked. My legs
Well, I done
did
3
not
days of
work.
it with Johns.
Jesus, I am so
I
unfit.
done 3 days of London streaming with Johns. I was doing an average 10 miles a day, and the last day just killed me. And then for about 2 or 3 days after, my legs were like jelly.
Yeah, I am. It's taught me that I need to get fitter.
Yeah.
The missus earlier, she was on a little treadmill thing, and I said, you know what, I need to do more of that. She went, no, you need to pick that backpack up and take your stream for more fucking walks, you lazy bastard. Oh, it's great, isn't it, how your partner could just talk to you like that and just be brutally honest. She's right, though.
Having chat interact you helps. Yeah, exactly. Having chat interact. So like for me, when I was doing these Spain trips, I was doing 12, 13 hours of driving a day, and having chat there just made the day go so much quicker. And it didn't feel like I'd done 13 hours of driving. It felt like I'd done 3 or 4, because I had that chat interaction there as we were driving along and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I bet that Spain trip and back would have been fucking hardcore if you hadn't been streaming it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So that's a pro, is having chatting. So if you
Okay.
and the exercise as well. And another thing as well is that when I done the London stream with Johns, on one of the days we had a random guy in chat helping us out, going, right, what you want to do is go here. They directed us to this place. It was quite cool. There's like, right, I've got this amazing bar. I know the barman there. I'll direct you. And then we went there. We wouldn't have gone there otherwise if he wasn't in the chat. So it's those kind of things as well. So they can give you content, like your chat or your community can give you content if you're in a new city that you've not been to before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been to London, but you know, and they might know something cool that you wouldn't find on TripAdvisor.
Again, though, it's
and you wouldn't, and without streaming, I would never have visited that bar, for example, because I wouldn't have known about it.
And again, you will notice things around you, or your chat might notice things around you that you haven't. And they go, hold on, what's that there? And you're like, oh, yeah, you know.
And then with your 10-second delay, you're like, oh, I'm 10 seconds away now. Let me just go back.
Yeah, okay, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. But... What? That? No, behind you. That I learned.
And it's the same. It's the same for watching streams as well. Is that I feel like I'm going to say Ray again, but I feel like I know Amsterdam quite well now just from watching his streams. Or Slip in London. I think I know London better after watching his streams.
Yeah, definitely. And watching Slip.
And I reckon if Brindy comes over to Leicester, she would know exactly where to go.
She'd know where to get her donuts.
Yeah. And Taco Bell.
I think as well, chat has to help you. You have to keep that in your head that there's a delay. And like when Brindy was doing the cars yesterday, I realised I had to be quite specific. Oh, I really like that yellow pickup. Then she'd look around and go, oh, that one there. Describe a bit better what it was you wanted to see more of. But yeah, it's streaming's fun though, but I think.
And then obviously with delays, you have to work out what your delay is. So my delay is 4 seconds or so, but Goof Guy is anything between 8 and 12-second delay.
Hold on.
So everyone's setup is different.
Ticken, 4 seconds. We're talking about the delay, not your sex life, mate.
For fuck's sake.
And you get to meet cool people you've never met before and troll the fuck out of them.
Well, this is the other thing about streaming, right? So this is another pro, isn't it? So we both live in the same city.
Yeah, but we'd never met each other.
But we'd never met. Never watched each other's streams. And then it took Brindy from the USA to go, oh, you two are both in the same city. And then, yeah.
And that is slightly different to the community one. It's meeting other streamers and things like that. Oh,
or even members of your chat. If someone comes in and comes up and says hi or whatever, you never know. If they live in the same city as you might go out for a beer with them off stream or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, Ray got 2 today. 2 stream snipes. And connected with old friends again. Absolutely, Dory. Myself and Dimwits, who I've known for 30 years, 25 years, something like that. We come from the same hometown. We haven't seen each other for a long time. Thank you for that sub using your Prime, Mr. Dimwits.
Any primers?
Dimwits_MC just subscribed. That's
TTS.
me.
That's you. And do you think that the TTS on Stream Elements is a little bit creepy? Just subscribe.
What voice do you use?
I don't know, but it just goes, just subscribed. That's me. It's a bit... And the funny story, I suddenly got someone... Now, bear in mind, he never used Dimwits back then. He used Viper and Vipered. That's how I knew him on the internet. And someone called Dimwits entered my Discord and go, oh my God, I haven't seen you for fucking years. And there you are on Twitter. I came up on his recommended viewing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And like we haven't fallen out. We just haven't seen each other in years. And so it's, rekindled an old relationship. We'll just leave it like that, shall we? Take what you want out of that. But I still think the biggest pro of streaming for me is having fun. And
of course, yeah.
There's a few of us on here. Me and Ticken, we've already mentioned it. I think 715, well, 715 don't stream, sorry, Rational, for instance, that. The tinkering with the technology is almost as fun as the stream sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
Getting this shit to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can have a lot of fun with this. I recommend doing it, but...
That's why I moved into Leoran board and started messing with that. It's just something you need to start learning, isn't it?
Every time I start learning something, Ticken goes, oh, have you seen this? I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm still trying to master the last thing you showed me. It definitely is. And, it blew me away.
See, I like it to just work, but sometimes it's good if it doesn't quite work the first time.
If you can fix it.
Yeah. If you can't fix it and rage quit and go straight to Rational Discord, go, this isn't fucking working.
Even though I work in IT, that is my day job. The fact that I can stand in the middle of nowhere with a couple of SIM cards in my backpack, streaming back to the house ultimately, but through a server. I've got this nice little script that sits there watching my stream and changing scenes for me if I get low bit rates and stuff like that. And then out to Twitch still blows me away a bit.
Yeah.
The fact
See, if it wasn't for Rational, I'd still be having audio issues when I looked at trees. And there's things like that you need to debug. So I was using my phone as an encoder, but every time I looked at trees or grass or anything like that, my audio started crackling like it needed a fix. But obviously, no matter how many fixes you done, it wouldn't fix it because it was the actual encoder on the phone that was making it go crackly. Yeah, and it's Rational that pinpointed it. I'm sure it was the trees that were making it happen because it's hard on the encoder.
So there was so much
But
information.
you would never have known that, yeah.
Is that what it was? There was just so much information that the encoder was trying to encode.
Yeah. It made the audio crackle, but it was an identical crackle to what would happen if you need to do exclamation mark fix.
Oh, okay. Weird.
It's so weird, and it took so long to work out. And then that's the reason why I was like, right, I need to ditch this and go Bella Box. It's the main reason for me.
So, what do you guys think about this for content? Because I'm thinking of doing this more regularly and perhaps getting different people in, having a couple of different streamers in. It would be nice if we could get someone like Ray in, but he's a pretty hard-working streamer, so I think it'd have to be very well planned in advance.
I'd say you need to have one regular and one person that rotates.
Yeah.
So you'd have you plus one other, and then one rotation.
And I want new streamers as well. People that are, what are you finding? What are the problems you're getting and stuff like that?
See, would it be handy to have something like we'll call it a Discord waiting room for now, where you can pull in a streamer that might be having a tech issue, and then you might have someone who might be able to fix that.
Callers. I would like Rational to come on and do this, because that would be fascinating from not just a streamer point of view, but someone's built something. I mean, I don't know if 715 would.
I don't think anyone knows what 715 sounds like.
Oh, okay. Or Beck.
Yeah. But Beck as well.
You'd be more than welcome, because it'd be interesting to talk about people that build this shit in the background.
Yeah.
How'd you go about it? What made you do it? You know, what
going along with networking, ask for help. Exactly, yeah. Don't be afraid to ask for help, but try and do it off their stream.
Yeah.
But it's likewise, if I'm watching someone who's having a tech issue and I know how to fix it, I'll tell them. Right, this, you need to do this now. And then it'll fix your issue. Or if you're in someone's stream and they're using RTMP and there's audio crackle, just tell them so they can do the fix, because they might not know that they need an audio fix. So just say, let's let you know your audio's cracked, and they know to fix.
Similar situation when you're doing truck sims and you get someone in going, can I come and drive with you? Yeah, sure. Oh, you're on Pro Mods. How do I set up Pro Mods? I can't fucking teach you how to install Pro Mods whilst I'm driving a fucking truck and streaming. No, that's cool. That's cool, Beck. And I'm the same. As I like to watch. And do you know what? The biggest thing for Twitch for me, right? So my history is this. I know some of you've heard this. I set up an account in the Justin TV days and watched a little bit then. Then it was kind of, I moved on. I wasn't really playing games myself anymore. So, and then I got a Fire TV. It had the Twitch app on it. I was like, Twitch. Fucking, I remember that. That was that game streaming. And I thought, I'll have a little look. Tried to remember my password. Couldn't set up a new account. And then saw Hitch. I was like, fucking hell. This has come on a bit from the game streams. There's someone hitchhiking around fucking around New Zealand here. What the fuck's going on here? This is fascinating. Then it was like, well, what else is out there? Then I found Dapper Dragon. Then I found College's Way Live. Then I found DJ Technique. And it was the IRL that really dragged me back to Twitch. Yeah. Really dragged me back. And I find it fascinating. Even now, the fact that I can just turn it on, not just see sites from all around the world, places I've never been to before, but actually get to talk to the person that's fucking there.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it like there? What's this like? What's that like? And that's something you don't get anywhere else. Yeah, I mean, YouTube, it's doing its live thing, but it's still in its infancy. It's not. Twitch is still the biggest live streaming platform. Really.
I wonder how many people Hitch has actually made go like, oh, I want to do IRL streaming, because it was Hitch for me that got me into watching IRL to begin with.
Do you know what, Rational?
When he was in the UK.
Yeah. I cannot fucking agree with that statement more. And I even know who you're talking about.
I think I know who
I've got a fucking good idea who you're talking about.
But you know what?
Unwanted advice.
Is good and all, but what about that live view?
Yeah, live view is the future, isn't it? I ain't got nothing against live view. I don't know. If you want to spend fucking, if you want to spend $1.50 on a fucking setup that I can spend,
I think what the live view's got going for it is plug and play. Isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So you can buy the live view, you can plug your camera in it, you can give them the $450 a year. And it works. Yeah,
and that'd be funny. If your stream is earning enough to pay for it, brilliant. I do this as a hobby. This hobby costs me money. I run at a constant loss as it is.
Yeah.
I can sell that to the missus as a hobby. Could I sell $1,500 a fucking year? Probably not, if I'm absolutely honest. Go throw the GoPro in the trash. 715. I'll take it from you because I use your script all the time. But no.
But
the more people tell
the
me,
live view's got the place.
yeah. But both systems have, well, even using a phone and none of this has got its pros as well. It's, you know, but I will carry on using the GoPro just because fucking people tell me not to. And I'm that fucking stubborn that, well, I look at it and I think it's all right to me. And I'm not.
But yeah, the reason why I didn't go live view route is because of the cost.
Yeah,
it's the main reason.
But you are right about unsolicited, unwanted advice. But that's anything in life. Nothing's worse than fucking unwanted advice all the time.
Yeah, same here, Rational. I'm looking at buying one as well, just for that reason.
If I was going to IRL stream with all this equipment now and I had none of it, I would have gone the Sony route. It's proven technology. I would have gone the Sony route. I already owned my GoPro for other stuff, and I'm a big believer in trying to recycle shit I already have because this costs fucking loads as it is. So try to use what you already have to hand. I am not having any problems with the GoPro since using, but it's HDMI out and stuff. Yes, the Wi-Fi is bollocks. You just need to go into settings and fuck around with it to get the picture quality right and stuff. I like the sound on it, and yeah, it works for me. I am now using a Logitech C922, which looked fucking horrendous out the box. I plugged it in and went, why the hell is everyone getting these? This is shit. Then I watched a YouTube video, turn all the auto off, change this, change that, and I think it's an acceptable picture. Is it as good as when I use my Sony DSLR as a webcam? Of course not, but it works. And I think the GoPro works perfectly fine.
And to be fair, with the Logitech camera over using the DSLR, is probably cheaper overall running costs without burning anything out and stuff, right?
Yeah, I could do without burning out the sensor on my mirrorless.
Yeah, because they're not designed to be open, are they, for very long?
No. So
Slip, if you've got the GoPro, you can do that, but just remember to add the 900 millisecond audio delay on the Bella box.
Yeah.
Which is why Rational put it in, right? It was for GoPros.
Again, one, and the person that I think that that Rational was talking about said to me, the problem with GoPros is their stabilization is shit. Is it? Really? I've looked back at my VODs and they look fucking fine to me. Sitting on my shoulder.
I think what it is
it's not broadcast quality.
The GoPro Max for sure is terrible in low light.
Yeah, see, I'm using a 7 black, and I've still got VODs from London. Pitch black, and it was fine. Yeah, of course the frame rate slowed a little bit because the shutter speed, but any camera will do that. Any camera. Yeah. But
I mean, look at this Sony one that we saw the other night.
Yep, that was blurring all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's settings, isn't it? A lot of it's settings.
Yeah.
And that's the
other a lot of it's settings, because a lot of people just get it out of the box, press the on button and use it, and don't change any setting.
Permit. Yes, I can give you a permit. 1 second.
So I don't know if anyone saw what Soic's doing for Halloween, but he's bought a creepy doll at a flea market yesterday, and he's going to cut a hole in it and put the camera inside.
What's been starred out?
You need to do a permit. Oh, you did?
I did perm.
Oh, yeah, you've got Twitch. That's because Twitch links are disabled on Twitch itself.
Can you just DM it to me, Beck, or one of the mods, and they'll post it, because the mod should be able to do it still. Probably best to actually DM one of the mods, because I haven't actually got the stream open.
Yeah, DM Brindy.
DM Brindy. Brindy will repost it, please. Please, Brindy.
Thanks.
But yeah, I mean, in all honesty,
thanks, Brindy,
I don't work for fucking GoPro, and if I was buying this to start with, I'd be looking for the Sony camera, but I already had the GoPro, so fuck it. It's sorry, Brindy wanted to know again, what was it you?
Soic bought a creepy looking doll for use on Halloween, so he's going to have the camera. He's going to cut out the stuffing. He's going to put the camera in it, cut a hole, and it's going to stick a selfie stick. Well, you know where.
What's the best GoPro? Well, I've got the 7 Black, and you've seen the picture quality of mine. That's 2 generations.
I've heard that the 9 is not great for streaming. There's something about it overheating.
I mean, they get warm, but I don't run mine with a battery in it. What about what's Linny using? Because that's beautiful quality. Is that the 8?
I think it's the 8 or the 9.
That's a sweet quality she's running on that.
Yeah.
It's better than mine.
Oh yeah, her quality is really good. It's just the wireless issue.
But again, yeah, don't use use it with the Bella.
If post it here, Brendan.
Post it in here. Yeah, no, you should be able to post it in here.
Lynn 480.
Yeah.
She does stream in 480 because she gets less disconnects.
Is that what happens?
Yeah. Well, it's the fair use policy in the Netherlands, and
But it looks so damn good. It looks really fucking good.
Oh yeah, one of those cameras. Oh wow, yes. So it got HDMI out on it as well. That would be quite funny.
That would be
If
stealthy.
it wasn't so expensive, I'd buy one for memes.
Yeah, that would be stealthy.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, the GoPro size as well. You could fit it inside something else to really stealth stream.
Yeah.
You could have a stuffed parrot on your shoulder, couldn't you? Like for just a bit of a jokester. But actually, it's got a fucking camera in it.
Just be dressed as a pirate every time you do IRL.
But yeah, you could sneak it in. I mean, I'm now building my winter IRL backpack, which is a fucking joke since I used the summer one twice or 3 times. But I've got the cat cam one for the heat with everything else, the cat carrier one. But I'm using a photography bag for building the more winter one, and I will post pictures in Rational and the IRL hub and stuff to show what I'm doing. I always share this stuff just in case anyone else wants to do it. Really, because I think that's
I've not actually posted any pictures of my setup. I don't think
the one thing. And
because of my cable management.
Sorry, American IRLers. I do find the European IRLs do share their fucking tricks a lot more. They don't.
For sure.
That's not everyone. I'm not trying to paint. There seems to be and it's not.
No, I asked someone off stream before, just something simple. What tripod do you use? So I'm not telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, I find the UK and the European IRLs tend to, yeah, sure, this is what I've got, fucking pictures and this and... Yeah. But some Americans do that. We all know, and I'm not naming names, some that definitely don't do that and will actually shaft us more than than help you. Yeah, really over a tripod, that'll...
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
No one... And even like the quick release clamps, it took me a while to find what they were actually called as well.
It was Dapper that sent me pictures of that and said, that's what you want. Yes, my tripod. Keep the fuck away from that. That's TOS using the same tripod as someone that's already using it. TOS.
But honestly, that's what it was like. It's a fucking tripod.
Yeah, you do get that. And I think it's funny. I mean, I do this for hobby. I got a day job. I do this for fun. So, you want to use my tripod? Click here. So I am more than happy to share what I've learned, the things I use. It might work for some people. It might not. I know Kurt's using the backpack, and I know people take the piss out of the cat carrier. It was Dapper that the first one I saw, and I thought, that's fucking brilliant, because you can have the fan on it. I mean, I have the coolest fucking, and I don't mean looks, I mean temperature-wise, coolest fucking Jetson setup going. You weren't you? You put your hand to the holes at the side, you could feel the air come blasting out of it like a proper PC. But I've heard some streamers will intentionally say they're using different models from. Yeah, exactly. Why shaft people? It's a community at the end of the day. And those people will still figure it out. If I tell someone to do this with their IRL setup purposely wrong, eventually they're going to find out, and then they're going to think, that Mozzie prick, he's shafting people on purpose. And does that make you look good in your community?
No.
No, I haven't. I mean, Slip and that kept telling me to put a real cat in the cat carrier. So then I kept telling them I
Well,
did.
Slip told me that I needed to buy a stuffed one to put in it.
What, in my cat carrier?
Yes.
Oh, well, I kept saying that I've put a real one in there, and no one told me how to feed it and stuff, and now it's starting to stink in the back of my my old backpack now because there's now a rotting cat in there. And then Slip was going, "Oh, that's fucking dark." Or else, well, you started it. I just went along with those jokes. Yeah, I added the fan. It wasn't to cool the thing down; it was to get rid of the smell. I could just have some sort of meow sound coming out of it, couldn't I? Like, actually, I should have a cat sound, shouldn't I? That people can trigger with the points or whatever.
Yeah.
Meow, meow, sort of sound. So it actually sounds like the fucking thing's crying. Yeah, meow redeem. I'll look for that.
Meow redeem. Yeah.
That's funny. So I'll look for that. I'll look for one on.
Especially if you got a spare speaker to put in it in the backpack.
Well, you've got blurps, haven't you? I use sound alerts.
Yeah.
But they do the same thing, don't they?
Blurt Master Race. And then I had Baby Shark redeemed for 50 bits.
Do you know, I didn't even know there was such a thing as a cat carrier until I saw one being used as an IRL backpack by Dapper. I never knew that. Who the hell is actually putting cats in it? That's just cruel. I'm sorry, but I guess going to a vet or something. But when you look at the adverts on Amazon, they're showing people going fucking hiking up mountains with a cat in their back. Why? Why would you do that? That's fucking. I'm no cat lover whatsoever because I feed wild birds and that. But that's cruelty as far as I can see.
There's someone that I've seen on Instagram that takes their cat everywhere with them, hiking and all sorts.
Yeah, cats
They
on
have a need
leads.
for it.
And
Yeah.
dragging them along with all four paws all out, trying to. You're like, yeah, that cat's really enjoying that experience. There isn't, is there really? There isn't a lot of room in there for a cat. They wouldn't be able to move, would they? They'd be sat there like that. They're not that fucking big. Well, you've seen it, Tican. That backpack, would you?
Yeah. I wouldn't put a cat in it. No.
There ain't enough room to swing a cat in it. Boom, boom.
Oh.
I'll be here all night.
That.
Actually, I won't be here all night. And we've gone an hour over. You said your hard stop time was.
Yeah. I thought that was one of those.
I think on that, this test stream has been a success. I like the apps we've used. Oh, they're all coming out now.
It is Slip. It is.
So
it'll be up at 4 a.m.
I think. Okay, I think we should do a raid.
Yeah.
And I think it's got to be an IRL raid.
It has to be. Yes.
We've got the Moose.
Bit of a rainy day today, so it's taking longer than normal.
Princess Droneflake would be my call.
Well, Sasha's not streaming anymore now. She's finished. I'm going to go with Moose Does Stuff. He's got 8 people on at the moment. So we're definitely streaming with more people than he's got in chat, which is always a positive. I always try and do that. I try and raid a smaller channel, or not smaller channel because the partner, but one was just because I think it makes a bigger impact and it introduces people. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. Thank you for being here. It was a test. It wasn't clickbait, I promise you. Please hang about for the raid. Say hi to Moose. Tell him where you come from. Give him some love. Give him a follow. He's a nice guy. And thank you, Tican, for joining me on this test and help set all this up. And we'll do these again. We'll do them more often. Definitely. I might make this weekly, if I'm honest. Because it'll make a nice change from doing the Rocksmith, and we can talk tech. We can talk anything. Yeah, I can be in the Discord for a bit. Can't have a late one because I've got work tomorrow, but I can be in Discord for a little while. So if anyone wants to join and have a little chit chat, there's my dick sword. And that is Mr. Tican. So if you don't know who this geezer is below me, give him a follow. He'll give you a Leicester Fiesta. You'll never forget. And I'm going to do a little bit of editing on this. And is that him? There. Slip there. And I'm going to say good night to you all, and thank you for being here. Have a good
thank
one.
you, guys.